Hey, what's going on? Back with another video. Today we're going to be modifying and driving the Bravado Buffalo STX. Of course, it's a Dodge Charger. And it's one of the cars in the game where the likeness, and this is obviously becoming more increasingly so with the latest Rockstar models that they've added, the likeness is really almost a one-for-one. And as I've said, a lot of the new cars that they're coming out with are basically just looking like real-world cars, but with maybe slightly modified taillights or something. But I like that. I do, because it still has a bit of lore to it. So anyway, let's get to modifying it. Again, I'll be using menu, and a huge perk to not having to modify inside of a shop is you can do it out here in nice scenic environments by the docks. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is do the color. I've modified this a little bit before. We can add the turbo and the lights, and I actually have a color that I kind of rarely use. Actually, who am I kidding? I just used it on the car before. But I want to use Frost White. And the reason is because we're going to have to use stripes. Oh, look at the texture that I've added on that train. I guess I screwed it up. I'll have to fix that later. Anyway, we're going to have to add the stripes to it. Type of pearlescent. Does it really matter? Do we even get any type of shine or sheen? I'll just stick with black. Even though it looks a little matte, which is slightly disappointing, but we'll get over it. Yeah, so the color will probably be tackled first. Here we go. Now the question is, do we want to do blue or red? The blue looks better because it's accented and complemented, redundancy there, by the other lighter blue stripes that give them the outline. But when you see the red racing stripes, I don't like that because that actually looks rather orange. Here's what else we have. That doesn't look that great. Not a fan of that. The way it overrides the side skirt is a little strange. Almost as though it's meant to be up higher. Okay. That's pretty funny. I missed one. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the blue racing stripes. Now, again, if I wasn't making a video, I'd probably just leave the car like this. Oh, you can have mounted machine guns, that's cool. Trim. We don't need any of that because it won't be used. Roll cage. What if I don't want a roll cage? What if I just want better seats? I guess it's not an option. The dashboard color. Call me crazy, but white on white is a first. But it may just look okay. So we'll try white on white. I like it. So now to the fun stuff, the wheels. We'll go on the street and work our way up. This is the type of class that this car deserves. Big wheels. Deep dish, rather concave. Big mamba. Okay, I'll stick with this. Hyper fresh. Hyper fresh looks pretty good. So we'll use that. Will we stick with black wheels? Probably not, but that will be revisited later. Now the spoiler. Look at all these different spoilers. This one is so disheartening. I was hoping that it would have looked better, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't fit the car. These types of spoilers where they're connected, you know what I mean, at each end of the deck lid, they usually look the best, but it just doesn't work. It can't. That wing, no. Yeah, none of these wings look good. They all look like eBay wings. That's almost off of a Mitsubishi Galant. And we're going to do a matching ducktail with the stripes. That looks fantastic. how the ducktail has a little more angularity to it. For aerodynamics sake, I guess. Can we get a moderate lip here? You know what's so funny about that accented lip is people that have been buying these new Hellcats and Dodge Chargers, you'll see people driving around with these bright yellow lips on them. And I think it's like a trend, but they don't realize that it's the protective tape you need to take off. And they leave them on. Louvers. You know, in theory, again, it's one of those things that it looks good, but it really doesn't. Maybe on a murdered out car, totally black on black on black. I'll do a secondary skirt, that's no problem. Exhaust, side exhausts. I thought we'd actually get real side exhausts, but and those things just look like rocket pods. That looks okay, but the badges are a little redundant, so we'll just do the fans. The hood, oh man, with muscle cars, hoods are always the best. Looks like a Viper. How the Viper has the scoop in the center. Now what does that look like from the top? Because they look similar. Too much going on. We will go for the front-facing vent hood. Fenders, carbon mirrors. No, the car's not a dark color. What am I missing here? I'm not in Benny's auto shop, so I don't know what the traditional option would be, but I don't know what slick means. A scoop? Never seen a scoop on these cars. Does it destroy the profile? That looks alright. At least it looks molded into the body and not just tacked on like this one, which has much rougher angles. The engine, of course, we have to upgrade all of this. The transmission, suspension, yeah, it's got to be low. Maybe about that height is better. And now the paint. The paint for the wheels. We should do, again, wouldn't it be a dream if you could change the caliper colors to have blue calipers, but we can't. No, what am I doing here? I was thinking about white wheels. White on white on white on white. But now we have to find a better white. Is there a better white that we can use? I hope. Okay, so this is the finished product, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Not over the top, not riced out. A true muscle car. And I understand that sometimes they get gone after for not handling or for the horsepower that they have. They don't really live up to it as much. Cars with lesser horsepower can beat them or something, but the world needs muscle cars, and this is living proof of that, because they're in a bizarre little category of their own. And once emissions come along and electric cars come along, I have a feeling we will miss these obnoxious, loud, screaming V8 engines. It really is just excellent looking, and to know that it's four-door is even cooler. With a classic Bravado interior. Now let's take it out and let's see how fast it goes. Not a bad exhaust. Let's peel out though. Or maybe not. Launch control gets in the way of it being a muscle car, isn't that sad? I'll make her right. How about some donuts in the parking lot first? Can we do it? Really though, how could you not love muscle cars? They're so different. And I'm sure, if you look hard enough, they have some place in the world. I just don't know where. Alright, here we go. From what I can tell, this is legitimately quick. Some of the other vehicles that you thought would be just rockets are so slow. Yeah, this is cooking. Is that a word to describe high rates of speed? I hope so. Cooking? Let's see if we can get up to one... I don't know. Frame rate's getting hit. Let's see how fast we... Oh my god. That's unbelievable. 134? Yeah, this thing is just a rocket ship. Thank goodness that they put a car in the game that lives up to the name of Hellcat and Demon and Scat Pack. This is fast. This is legitimately a fast vehicle. We will have to see how it does handling over on those back roads. It is now time to hit up some back roads, and there is an OG vehicle that no one should ever disrespect, which I suppose would be a 996 Porsche Turbo. That car is still mercilessly fast, just so you know. Yeah, let's hit up some back roads here. Beautiful environment. Hey, cyclist, what's up, buddy? It's doing quite well. Just want to make sure it can handle. That was my fault. Driver error. Alright, gotta rip around this turn here without going off. Can we do it? Yeah! Not a big accomplishment, but hey. Keeping a muscle car at high speeds on a windy road, maybe it is a little. Oh no. It's the law. No, he's not for me. And one more top speed go at it. Right over the bridge by the military base. This is another perfect example of what could be a daily driver. It's armored. It's very good looking. I think almost objectively very good looking, if that's a thing. It seats 4 people. And it is fast as hell. I mean, to be hitting 125 flat, not going downhill, is pretty impressive. Ooh, bye-bye frame rate. And let's just pretend I had reservations here at this little restaurant up the street. Can I make it in time? Or wait, no, that's at the other side of the map, I think. Yep, I was right. Perfect. Okay, now the final test is going up against the supercars with the Buffalo STX. And it's just one little lap. They're going to end up crashing anyway, but I want to see how it fares when, you know, you're actually in competition with cars that are this fast. Kind of just have to wait for them to wreck. See? Like that. And then you've basically won. That guy was just sliding into whatever he could find. Now, what is this in front of me? No idea. But we're actually getting a higher top speed, which is amazing. Okay, tight turn. I won't cheat. I won't cheat. Oh, it's meant to be an Enzo or a LaFerrari, a Cheetah, which should have better handling than that, than to just slide into a tree, but it happens. And now we make our final right-hand turn. It'll bring us around. one of the most scenic parts of the coastline. Hit the e-brake. Nice little, no, not a nice little drift, a pathetic little drift. We're on the straightaway. Almost home free. See, this kind of stuff they can handle. But it's when you incorporate hills, like this next bit, that they don't know how to control the landings. So they can get a ton of air, and then we'll just fly off the road and explode, inevitably. Alright, almost there. And to the finish line. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video with this review of the Buffalo STX, and I'll see you next time.